Hello everyone, this is the Mgtow Cowboy coming at you again. I wanted to make a quick video about my recent experiences and what I'm doing tomorrow. I have today and tomorrow off, and I'm driving my friend, me and my friend, or I should say my friend and I, we are traveling to the state of Indiana tomorrow. We're both from Chicago, and we're going to day trip over the border from Illinois into Indiana. And the purpose of the trip is to look at a multi-unit investment property. So, as a Mgtow, we typically promote self-improvement, and one of the tenets of Mgtow being self-improvement, we talk about how you can self-improve, obviously emotionally and physically, and you want to learn about psychology, you want to learn about behaviorism, right? You want to learn how to deal with people in society. And another branch of Mgtow is economic empowerment, I believe. I have I stumbled upon a strategy I think that works. I don't know how else to put it. I shouldn't say stumbled upon. I sort of been developing this idea for years, and I finally am in a position where I can start taking action towards it. And the strategy is very simple. It basically is this: you buy a property, not a single family home. You want to buy a multi-unit property, a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex, more if you can, but I would actually recommend starting small, like with a duplex, triplex, or fourplex. And the reason why I say that is because, of course, a lot of MGTOW are not rich we don't start out rich, most of us, but we're moving towards that. And if you don't have a lot of money and you're living here in the States, you can qualify for something called an FHA loan. FHA is a government organization. It's called the Federal Housing Administration. They are a government agency that aids first-time buyers in buying a property. Well, actually, you don't even have to be a first-time buyer, but there's all these rules. It has to be at least 3 years after the last property you bought, and this and this, and I won't bore you with all those details. There are some details though that I want to mention. So you do have to start saving money, of course. Save money, save. Yeah, save your money. You need. There's two or three stipulations that I remember offhand. You need 3.5% down, which is really low, which is really low. Most places they want conventional loans. If I remember researching, they want it's typically like 3% or 5% or 10% or 20%. I've seen some places say they want 25% down, which is ridiculous. But FHA, in order to secure an F in order to secure an FHA loan, or in order to qualify for an FHA backed loan, you only need 3.5%. So, for example, if you want to purchase a duplex, let's say for $100,000, you have to come up with 3.5% down, which is 3.5% of 100,000, $3,500. Just to give you an example. And the reason why I say buy a fourplex, if you can, a three story or a 3 unit or a triplex would also be good. That would be pretty good too. But I say go as big as you can. The reason why I say a fourplex is, if you crunch the numbers, it's a very simple plan. You buy the property. I should also mention that if you use a FHA loan, you have to make the investment your primary residence, which means you have to live there. And I think there's a certain amount of time for the first 2 years or something, whatever. But the point is that fits into my plan anyway. Because if I buy, let's say, a 4 unit, the simple plan is this: you live in 1 unit, you rent out the other three. Two of the 3 units that you rent out, you use to pay down the mortgage. Okay. And then the third is just money you keep for yourself, whether you save it, whether you spend it. In the world of real estate, it's called cash flow. That extra money that you take in after all expenses are paid, after your mortgage is paid and escrow and all this stuff. And then of course you're living in the fourth unit. You're living for free. You're no longer paying rent. You're free rolling. So I find that very appealing. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow I'm going to Indiana with a friend of mine. He's like a 14-year real estate agent. He's been a real estate agent for like almost 15 years. Although he is licensed to practice real estate in Illinois, he's not licensed to practice in Indiana. That being said, he basically still knows the process and he knows the game and he knows all the tricks. And I didn't know this either, but I didn't know this, but as he explained to me, you don't necessarily need to have a real estate agent when you're purchasing property. I went online, I went on YouTube, I was looking at like tutorials and stuff, and like it's something. Oh, you've got the buyer and you got the seller, and in the middle is the house or the property. And the buyer is going to have an agent and an appraiser. No, an inspector. Yeah. The buyer is represented by an agent, and they have what is it? An appraiser? Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't remember all that well, but it's on both sides. What is it? An appraiser, an inspector, and an agent. And then on the other side, the seller is going to have the same thing. The appraiser. The thing is, I can't remember. He tried to tell me what order. First, you get an agent. Oh, let me think for a second. The first thing is an agent on both sides, and then the agent directs you to an inspector. The inspector inspects the property, and then he finds out if there's anything wrong with it, and then he gives that information to the appraiser. And the appraiser takes that, like there could be damage, there could be water damage, there could be something wrong, and he takes that information, and then he compares it to, like similar properties that have been, similar properties that have sold in that locale, like let's say in the last 6 months, and he comes up with a price of what he thinks it's worth. And also the county also has people that appraise properties. So you start comparing what all these appraisers are saying. The buyer has an appraiser, the seller has an appraiser. You can go to the county appraiser, then you come up with an idea of what the property is worth, and then you make an offer. So I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just parroting what was told to me by my friend, my coworker, who also happens to be this real estate agent. And he's got a couple sales under his belt, so I know he knows a thing or two. So yeah, I mean, I didn't know any of this, years ago. This is stuff you have to learn. But just to recap, yeah, you want to start saving money. Start saving money. One of the best ways to become wealthy, I think, is real estate. It is maybe hard at first. You have to save, you have to pinch your pennies. But the idea is, you buy a property, you live in one unit, you rent out the other units, and then the property pays itself off. You just have to play landlord. So, you have to salt right now, it's January, so we just had a major snowstorm. It's late January here in Chicago. You gotta sweep and clean it and keep the grounds, safe and clean, and when it's time to shovel and all that stuff. But I think I'm up to it, and I think I'm ready to make this move. So wish me guys luck. Tomorrow I'm going to go look at my first multi-unit property. Anyway, yeah, that's it. If you guys like my video, please like and subscribe. Comments below, and you guys have a good rest of your day. Mgtow up.